Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, JG Sports here, bringing you guys my Week 4 NFL predictions video. So we start with the Thursday night game that already happened, so I'm a little late here. But yeah, the Broncos end up beating the Jets on Thursday Night Football. I thought the Jets were gonna win, so I guess we'll say I was wrong on that one. I thought Darnold would finally get his first victory of the season, but it just didn't happen. The Jets are just so awful. Their defense was horrible. They had a lot of defensive penalties, I heard. And yeah, the Broncos end up getting that win. So that's that game. Then we got my game, my Browns versus the Cowboys. I already did a video previewing this game, and I did predict my Browns to win this game. Although I can see us losing this game. This one's a really tough one to pick. But I think the Browns get the job done. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think the Browns' running game and our passing game's going to be slightly better than Dallas's, and I think our defense is going to step it up like they did last week and get a turnover. So yeah, I'm picking my Browns. Next game is a pretty bad matchup: Jaguars and Bengals, two pretty bad teams, mediocre defenses and still slightly struggling offenses. I'm going to pick the Bengals get their first win here. I predicted them last week to get their first win, but they tied with Philadelphia. But I think Joe Burrow finally gets his first win at home against a horrible Jacksonville Jaguars team. And yeah, that's that. Next game is the Saints versus the Lions. The Saints came off a pretty disappointing loss last week, and then the Lions came off an impressive win last week against the Cardinals. So I think the Saints are the better team in this one, and I know that the Lions had an impressive victory, but I think the Saints, they get it back on track this week and they get the dub versus the Lions. Next game is the Seahawks versus the Dolphins. This one's pretty easy to pick, I think. I'm picking the Seahawks, even though the Dolphins got their first win last week on, I believe it was Thursday Night Football last week against Jacksonville. So that's not like a big statement or anything, but they still won. Fitzpatrick looked really good, but I'm still giving it to Seattle because that Seattle offense is just almost unstoppable with Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, all those guys. So I'm picking the Seahawks on this one. Next game is Chargers versus Buccaneers. I like how Tom Brady and the Buccaneers have been playing these past 2 weeks, and they're at home too. So I'm going to give them the win this week too against the Chargers, who aren't all that great. Next game, this one's really easy to pick, Ravens and Washington. Ravens, even though they did lose last week against the Chiefs, I got that one wrong. Although I'm happy they lost. But yeah, Washington just they're bad. Browns beat them pretty good, and yeah, Ravens are just the way better team. Next game is the Cardinals versus the Panthers. Cardinals coming off of their first loss last week against the Lions, like I already discussed. And the Panthers are 1-2. I don't know a whole lot about the Panthers right now. I believe they still have their running back out. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this one. I think they bounced back from a disappointing loss last week. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins are just playing still pretty well. Murray struggled a little bit last week, but I think they get it back on track this week on the road in Carolina. Next game we got is the Vikings versus Texans. Two teams that you look at who are 0-3 that you wouldn't think would be 0-3, but they are 0-3. The game is in Houston, and I'm going to pick the Houston Texans on this one because A, Minnesota's offense is struggling without Kevin Stefanski as their offensive coordinator, and B, Texans got to win eventually. Deshaun Watson's got to come in clutch eventually, so why not this game? So I'm going to pick Houston as the home favorite on this one. Next game is the Giants versus the Rams. This one's one of the easiest ones to pick too. Rams, really no explanation. Giants suck. Rams are doing better than I thought they would, so yeah, Rams. Next game, Indianapolis Colts versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears are somehow 3-0 right now. It seems like every week they make like some special comeback, and they are somehow 3-0. And Nick Foles took over for them as quarterback last week and led them to a comeback victory against the Atlanta Falcons, who always seem to choke, but still impressive. But the Colts are playing pretty good football too. They're 2-1. Philip Rivers looking pretty good in Indianapolis. But I'm gonna pick the Bears on this one just because I don't know, they're undefeated. I think Nick Foles looked good last week. I think he looks good again this week. I think the Bears go 4-0. Next game we got is the Buffalo Bills versus the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders. Oh my god, the Las Vegas Raiders now. My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bills on this one. I keep underestimating the Bills, and they're proving me wrong. Even though they almost choked last week versus the Rams, they still got the win. So I'm picking the Bills on this one to win. So the Patriots and Chiefs game got postponed. It was supposed to be this Sunday, but Cam Newton tested positive for COVID. So now this game has been postponed to, I believe they said Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, they said. The Chiefs are at home, and if Cam Newton's out, which I think he will be now because he's got COVID, Chiefs all day. Cam Newton's their only hope in this game, and I was gonna pick the Chiefs anyway because I think they have a really good chance to go undefeated this season. I mean, the Chiefs are just spectacular. Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in football. They got a really good offensive coordinator, and Patrick Mahomes is just one of the best quarterbacks of all time, I think. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs. Next game is Eagles 49ers. Eagles are just struggling really bad. They just can't seem to get a win. And the 49ers are 2-1. And even though they've had a lot of injuries, they're still winning football games. And they got home field advantage on Sunday night. So I'm going to pick the 49ers on this one. And then the last game is the Monday Night Football game. Falcons and Packers. Falcons 0-3, Packers 3-0. Packers are playing insanely well, way better than I thought they would. And it's a Monday Night Football game, like I said. Packers are the home team, so I'm gonna pick the Packers on this one just because they're just playing lights out. So and the Falcons choke. So yeah, that's my predictions for this week's games, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree with my predictions? Which ones do you not disagree with? Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.